This Warriors Life Podcast 2025, Episode 3, brought to you by King's Container Crew. For your container packing and unpacking solutions, head to kingscontainercrew.com. If you want to get a slot on that team, hit the Work With Us tab. Looking for a few likely lads and ladies, I guess, the Kings team. So, yeah, jump on. They're expanding. Brad, mate, first teamless Tuesday. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. You actually had to remind me. I had a quick glance, but I forgot all about this team list. Yeah, game of league sneaking up on us this weekend, eh?
It's February 4th, mate. It's very early.
Yeah, I know. But usually you get thrown in your face that other code sport before our. Like they've been quiet this year, and it's usually we're laughing at them for starting so early, and all of a sudden, but it must be earlier because of Vegas, correct?
Yeah, that's right. All four Vegas teams have got a trial this weekend. Warriors versus Cronulla and Penrith versus Canberra. So yeah, everything's cranking up a bit earlier in Warriors land this year, and yeah, pretty exciting.
You
Should
had
be
a
a good
little.
trial against the Sharkies.
You had a little theory that this might be our strongest trial team with the impending travel for some players.
Well, I have heard a bit of chat around that they would trot out our best team this week. It looks like a fairly full strength team, not maybe in the sort of order that we were thinking or hoping. Some of us, the three of us, you and I and Fonz, put our preferred round one teams out on the socials earlier today. Got a fair bit of probably reasonably positive, really. A few
Reasonably,
people calling us
50
idiots.
50.
But
Geez, it's shit. You just who bloody knows at this stage? Who
yeah,
knows?
I'll,
I'll be happy with either of yours or Fonz's team as well. It's just I don't think there's much difference, and yeah. But oh well, it starts the convo, doesn't it? It gets a bit of fire lit in the belly.
Yeah, sure did. How could you leave out such and such?
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
mental.
definitely.
Old Richie on Twitter got had a bit of a jab here, Brad. He said, "I'm surprised Brad didn't put Zyon Maiu'u in his team."
Oh, come on, come
It's a
on.
low blow.
There, I, oh yeah, that's tough. Although it was a lucky catch, actually, me catching that news. So yeah, I could have caught. He's probably not wrong. He knows me all too well.
Just before we rip into this team, this is just a short pod, but the Zion news, bit of a Monday mini bombshell. Surprised at that one?
It's weird, isn't it? The Dogs must have really wanted him. I
Yeah,
don't
well, they've
think.
been
I don't think they would have been looking to offload him.
no, they're short on middles, the Bulldogs. They have been for some time, obviously, and didn't do much in the way of signing over the summer. Let a couple of depth players go, so they could use a prop. And yeah, just saw Andrew Webster sort of speaking on it a bit earlier or later this afternoon. Reluctantly let him go by the sounds of it, but he just seemed sort of too far down the pecking order to sort of hold him back, and could see a genuine opportunity for him to play a fair bit of first grade as soon as this year if he goes to the Bulldogs. So it's one
And
of
what the
those ones
Dogs have
where you
been
sort
doing.
of do what's better for the player, I suppose, and for your roster balance. We've got a lot of young forwards, and yeah, looking at the depth chart, I mean, he is behind Fisher, Harris, Barnett, Dimitri Vaimonga, Tom Ale, as far as props go, and then there's also Bunty, Aaron Clark, Jackson Ford, Marata Nukorte in the mix, and then half a dozen New South Wales Cup and younger guys that are sort of in the frame.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
kind of
There's a lot,
makes sense. He only got the one game for us.
and from his point of view too, wouldn't that be a pretty nice team to go to at the moment? The way they seem to be turning things
Wow.
around and growing, and like the Warriors were probably season previous to this one. It's a bit of a destination at the moment. So can't blame the young kid if they are interested. They probably really want him and have a decent plan for him going forward. So yeah, good on
Yeah.
him. It's a tough one. It will
Well,
bite. I think it will bite us in the ass, but you can't keep everyone.
yeah. I mean, they could have, as Andrew Ebbs has said, they could have dug their heels in, and I'm sure they would have if they saw him being an absolute, cornerstone of their pack. in the years to come, but realistically, he's probably not going to get much first grade in the next couple of years, unless he really started to fire or there's a few injuries. So,
At least it sort of gives you an insurance policy doing it on good terms, that the possibility the kid might want to come home sooner or later after becoming a good player
yeah,
or a great player in Aussie. He's still on good terms and, I'll come back to the Warriors like the Fish has. Not that he ever left the Warriors, but that sort of setup. So, yeah, go do your apprenticeship, mate, and come back with all the skills.
yeah, only 21, so plenty of good footy ahead of him. Just the one game and 17 or 13 minutes of it against the Titans on Anzac Day got us all excited, and didn't appear again in first grade, and now he's gone. So he joins the ranks of Warriors one-game wonders. Brad, you going to let me rattle through them very quickly?
Right, chuck it at me.
Okay, Doc Murray, 1996.
Oh, he's one of my faves. He's one of my faves. I love that one. He was awesome. I love Doc Murray, and I screamed and yelled at him when he got the chance, and it was the only ever game. Just probably for the sound of his name. He sounds like he should be an all-time Warriors grade, old Doc Murray. But yeah, one game.
Yeah.
Poor bastard.
Yeah. Frank Watane, prop in 1998. Anthony CSU in 2001. Cherry's brother, I believe. Mark Robinson, one of the more noticeable ones, All Blacks halfback, was playing Bartercard Cup as he bided his time to take up an English rugby union contract, and yeah, got a call up to, I think, come off the bench, but he's a hooker in league, and yeah, played the one game. Sharky. 2004, everything went to shit, and we gave 4 players a one game. Paul Atkins got it absolutely, his clock cleaned by Adrian Morley, little fullback. Kane Ferris from down this way, Canterbury fella, who's only a teenager. Hirawini Rangi, and Danny Sullivan, much hyped former Australian schoolboy from Parramatta, just could not shake injuries and only hit the one game. Couple in 2009, big gap. Daniel O'Regan, son of former Kiwi Ron, Suitonga Licky, who was an under-20s gun, just played the one game for us, went to the Knights. Upu Poaching 2010, Theo Siwa Taukeaho in 2013. Just, yeah, one game for us, then re-emerged at the Roosters 2 years later as one of the world's best forwards. That one always hurt a little bit. Sean Lane, come from the Bulldogs, played one game. Yeah, he's quite disgruntled here, apparently. A bit of a swapsy with Raymond Faitala Mariner, and yeah, went on to resurrect his career at Manly and then Parramatta. Aaron Clark, soon to be not a one-game wonder, you would think. 2017, just the one game, and then took him another 3 years before he played a first-grade game again with the Titans. He played almost 100 games for them before returning to us. Tane Milne, there's a cracking one. He played the one game last round of 2019. Had an absolute blinder in that upset of Canberra, and then moved on. I think maybe he did his ACL in the early 2020. Yeah, resurfaced with the Bunnies and various others. Ash Taylor, one of your favourites, Brad.
That's right. That
career
dude
on the slide, came over here, played one game early in the season, and then medically retired. And then Zyon Maiu'u. So illustrious company.
There's a few of them in there. What's the total number now?
There'll be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Go back down to 16 once Aaron Clark plays.
Oh, yeah. That wouldn't happen to us. Oh, I suppose it would. So there's no one that played one game last year, apart from Zyon. I would have put him down all day that he had played 4 or 5 games. He seems to have been so much more apparent in his short time than he actually was.
You do watch a lot of New South Wales Cup, Brad, so you've seen a fair bit of the...
Yeah, but he's been talked about. There's a bit of yap about him as well, isn't there? Like as a prospect. Yeah. Oh, well, good luck to the kid.
All right, let's... I'm on holiday, by the way, listeners, up here in sunny Tutukaka. I've been for 3 swims today. So
what? So they're not your gathering of horseshoes on the shelf up there in an artistic form?
No, and that's not my Marlins bill.
Is that a Marlins bill on the background? Yeah, you know you're in the far north when you got a Marlins bill on a bookshelf, eh? That is scattered every like power shelves down Southland. They got Marlins bills up there.
Old Sid Pritchard caught that one back in 1964. So yeah, a couple of £100.
He sounds like a badass. Bare-handed too, I bet.
Yeah.
He would have just fought the bastard in open water with bare-handed.
I think he just had a hand line. Yeah, just like a
no gloves, not for Sid.
Yeah.
Is he a relation?
No, just a family friend. Yeah.
Cool.
No longer with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
60 years ago he caught that. So
that's pretty rad. Anyway, sorry, you're on holiday.
Yeah. So having a good time up here and just cruising, but no rest for when you got the Esteemed Warriors podcast, Brad. We've still got to get the job done. So
the wheels are always turning, aren't they?
They sure are. So should we rip into this bloody team, mate?
Yeah, let's get this done and dusted.
Okay, so
I had a glance at it. Yeah. I purposely didn't take it in, so I can sort of have some reaction to some of the names. Yeah. Oh, the graphics. The graphics king.
That was pretty slick, wasn't it? Much quicker than normal.
Pretty seamless. Yeah.
Obviously, if you're listening to the audio only version of this, bring up the team list so you can follow along. But the team
Will hasn't got his clock out.
Yeah, not yet. Fullback Chance Nickel Clodstad, the wings Dylan Watini-Zalesniak and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Centers Ali Leatawa and Adam Pompey.
I don't mind that. Good on you, Adam.
Yeah, no. Question of availability of others, but yeah, good on Adam Pompey for hanging on to that spot. Tamati Martin there, 5'8", Luke Metcalf at halfback. The forwards, James Fisher-Harris, Wade Egan, Mitch Barnett. Jacob Laban getting a start in the second row with Kurt Capewell and Aaron Clark taking that vacant number 13 jersey. Interchange Dimitrik Vaimonga, Marata Nukore. Moala Graham Telfer, Brad. He's back. Risen from the dead. Seemed like he was gone from the club. Didn't take his first grade opportunity quite the way we had hoped. And he's got a bench spot in the trial. And Sio Kali rounds out the 17 now. These trials, everyone gets a bit of a run usually. So a big reserves contingent. Ed Cossey, Luke Hanson, Jet Cleary, an interesting name in there in the reserves. Tane Tuapiki, Dion Amatanui, Bunty Afawa, Eddie Iramea Tuava, Sam Healy, the recruit, Dylan Walker, Tanner Stowers Smith, and Freddie Lussick. So, Brad, initial thoughts? It does seem like that is a reasonably full strength lineup. Not too many players missing that would definitely be there. And maybe a few telltale signs of what we can expect for round one in Vegas, particularly in the spine.
Yeah, well, when I first sort of glanced at this team list, I was stoked for reading Pompey in the centres. Not that it's going to mean too much, probably, really, but I was stoked he's there or thereabouts. I was surprised that Jet Cleary's so close. And Jacob Laban was the other surprise to me at second row.
Yeah, interesting to see him get a start. Leka Halasima not in there at all. Not sure what his availability is like. Rocco Berry still coming back from that injury. Obviously, Fonz had him in as a starting centre. Otherwise, that's fairly close to Fonz's starting backline that he chose. He had Berry for Pompey, and he also had Chanel Harris-Tavita, who's not in there at all, at 5'8". So, not quite sure whether that means that Tamati's got the jump for the number 6 or not. It certainly suggests that there's still no Tanner Boyd either. It suggests that Luke Metcalf has inside running for halfback. Probably the most striking thing for me is Chance at fullback. Obviously, there's the 3 contenders there with Tane Tuapiki and Roger. You'd say that it probably does. It means that Roger isn't going back to fullback this year.
Yeah.
Guess we'll see how that trial unfolds and who gets game time where, particularly if Tane was to come on at fullback and Chance go to centre. But yeah, we'll wait to see how that trial plays out.
I just heard a snippet on the radio. Did you see that snippet on the radio just before Dallin talking about Roger's been training a lot on the wings? I reckon it's almost one of those ones where he let a bit too much info slip for the club's likings. But it sounds like that's his spot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's what they would suggest. So the forward pack probably as expected, although as you mentioned, Jacob Laban getting that start, we're kind of a bit of a forgotten man as far as we were sort of concerned. He'd slipped a little bit down the pecking order behind Talasema in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty interesting to see. I mean, I don't know if it means too much who's in 16, 17 compared to like 27, 28 jersey numbers, but yeah, Sio Kali is a guy that
So
could potentially get
tell
some
me
game
more
time
about him.
at wing.
Is he on the?
Wiry, quite young. I think he's still a teenager and played at centre. Really had a strong start to the New South Wales Cup season. Might have picked up a couple of injuries, but I was banging on about him for quite a while, and then he sort of slipped off the scene
Wiry, like
later in the
Glenn
year.
Fisiahi, Wiry,
Maybe body type, but a
Kennedy, Kennedy from.
bit like Setu too, kind of
Oh,
really like.
yeah.
It's not a big guy, but yeah, absolute natural. So we'll see more
It,
of him. But
it
yeah,
seems crazy that Moala Graham Telfer is in 16, but not even in their top 30 squad at this stage.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Is this
there
a
is
test?
plenty
Is
of
that
guys
him
not.
trialing for the top 30 position now that we have 3 spots available with Maiu'u leaving?
Yeah, maybe. Milo Graham Telfer could be a contender for a wing spot as well.
Yeah.
Can play plenty there in the lower grades. I don't know if those jersey numbers mean too much from 14 through to 29. Obviously, Dylan Walker's in there in 27. Yeah, plenty of guys that'll be fizzing for some game time, the likes of Bunty Afoa, your sort of fringe contenders. Tom Ale in this lineup. It'd be great to see Sam Healy get his first run for the Warriors.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah. What side do the centres? So as they lay here, does Pompey be on Rogers' side and Ali with Dallin?
Yeah, I've
Is that how
never
it works?
really known if it
Yeah.
always marries up like that, but
That's not a bad. That's a pretty. I don't mind that back line. That's pretty sharp
yeah,
looking. If Ali's playing with Dallin and Adam, he could dish some nice balls. He's got some little flick passes in that Pompey. He might set up
yeah.
Rog nicely on the other side. Yeah, that you couldn't argue if you. I wouldn't be pissed off if that was what did run out first round.
Yeah. No, we've talked about it before. I think our preference would be, well, you're probably more on you wouldn't mind seeing Roger at fullback. Fonzie is definitely a chance stay at fullback guy.
Yeah.
I'd probably
I
prefer Chance if it's not Tane.
The thing in Chance's favour at the moment is he hasn't done enough wrong for Taupiki to step into his jersey. Like until there's no reason for this team to change that at the moment. It's going to be tough for Tane to take that jersey off him. But yeah,
I
where does
think
Tane fit?
what we saw in that last round game against Cronulla with Tane at fullback and Chance in the centres. Chance has to be there.
He has to be.
But yeah, with him in the centres, he looked so good. It just made me think, Jesus, this could be pretty handy, especially with the different facets that Tane Tuapiki has in his game. Not to mention his goal kicking. We'll see what this Cronulla team, strong-ish pack, but no Adam Fanua-Blake, so he's on ice. No Nico Hines, no Braden Trindle by the looks of it. No, so pretty makeshift back line. Will Kennedy's at the back. A couple missing from their pack. I mean, results don't mean too much, but it's probably not a bad side to be taking on and building your combinations against. I've had some good times at Shark Park in the last couple of years as well. So yeah, any footy's good footy at this time of the year. So
I'm ready to see a game on a Friday night. I'm watching way too much A-League at the moment for my liking. I don't want to start getting I'm following that new Auckland team, and I need some league to come back so I can phase out the A-League. I don't want to be going down that dark path.
Yeah,
that KL Iro,
yeah.
sorry, he's good, eh? I'd love him in a Warriors jersey. Jeez, I'm jealous.
Well, he
the Sharks.
Came from the Warriors juniors. Played as
right?
Irish League, I think, for us. Great great player. Had a massive season last year, so
Yeah, no, good on him.
plenty of talent in this Sharks lineup still, even without some of their big guns.
But
That is
so
about
are they
do us,
going
Brad,
to?
you reckon?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's do that.
Anything else to add?
Nah, not at all. What are you having for dinner, bro?
I'm heading down into Tutukaka with the
Oh, you're
cousins.
on holiday, so you're
Yeah,
going to
mate, on
restaurants and
holiday.
getting garlic aioli and
Yeah,
peppercorn
mate.
sauce. Oh,
Yeah,
I love being on
and
holiday and having
afternoon beers.
peppercorn sauce. Try and make it at home. Never, you always burn the peppercorns or don't cocks it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is that right? I don't even know what we're having. Some slop.
Oh, well. We'll send each other a pack of dinner and compare.
Tell you what, end up there.
Um,
Good shit. You look after yourself. Enjoy your holiday. Up the wires. Follow
yeah,
us Instagram and everywhere too, please.
yeah, go and
Jump on there
subscribe
and
for
give us
fuck's
some
sake.
tips. Trying to grow this beast, and we need the Instagram. The
Yeah,
key is the key.
just
That's
takes
the
one
key.
click.
Gatekeeper. So yeah, little click. Follow
Yeah,
us.
and on
Tell your mates.
YouTube. Yeah, just do it. Hey, Brad, just do it.
And your mates. I was just thinking, even if your mate's phone's open next to you, just jump in and just press a follow on there on his phone.
Yeah, or your mum's or whoever's.
Yeah.
You know, your mum asks you to fix the iPad. Just head over to This Warriors Life and a couple of little subscribe clicks, and those numbers start
Anyone
piling up.
work at a phone repair shop? Oh, that would be the one. Getting someone in the back room at a phone repair shop, just every phone they repair, follow, like, subscribe, follow the. Yeah, that would bump the number. Oh well, there's a few ways to skin a cat in there.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get there. Until then, thank you to King's Container Crew, of course, and look after yourselves and each other.